Hey guys, welcome to Aaron's Review, and in today's video we're doing something slightly different. As most of you are aware, and the recent videos that I've done is mostly on audio gear, but today we're going to do something slightly different, and that is we're going to do a travel video as I've just been on holiday. Don't worry guys, for those who are into audio gear, we will have more videos of audio gear later, especially on the 9th of August, as I will be visiting an AVIA show at the HKCEC. That is a big audio show where I'm going to try and test many things on that day, so stay tuned for that one. And before that, before the 9th of August, I'm sure I'm going to have other videos, because I do have 2 or 3 ideas already on my next audio video. But anyway, for now, we are now going to do a first video on travel, and the destination is Taipei, Taiwan. And the destination that I've went to for this summer is Taoyuan. Before going on to any trip, I think it's important that you do thorough research to make sure that this place that you're going to is safe, that the flights that you're going on is ready and waiting for you. Before I took on this flight, there were some problems with my flight, especially with Eva Airlines, as that was what I was intending to travel by. However, they were on strike during that time, so my flights got cancelled, and then suddenly I had to change to Cathay, which costed me an extra 4,000 for this trip because it was like a very late change. Definitely, when you look into traveling to a different country, there are things that you should definitely do, such as looking into the safety, language barrier, money they spend, what is the living standards in that country, and obviously safety, especially when you travel with family. So as to start off, let's compare. So I'm currently in Hong Kong. The time it would take me to travel to Taiwan will be 1 hour, so there is 1 hour flight if I were to travel there, quite close. In regards to the time difference, there is actually no time difference at all. In regards to the currency, Taiwan uses Taiwanese dollars and Hong Kong uses Hong Kong dollars, so you're not able to use the same currency. In regards to living standards, the living standards in Taiwan is much lower. I have found that Hong Kong, the living standards are getting more higher than before, especially with food. When you go out for dinner, such as Din Tai Fung, it will probably cost you about 700 to 800 for a family. But if you were to go into Taipei, where Din Tai Fung originates from, then obviously you're looking at half price. In regards to language, the language in Taipei is Mandarin, and most of them people only speak Mandarin, with obviously the hotels being able to speak in English if needed. Before you actually go on the travel, things that I would probably buy before I go there is definitely a SIM card, which I have on my right here. This is actually for a Korean one. Obviously the card that you will need is the Taiwan one, and the main reason I've got this Korean one is because I will be traveling again in Christmas, so do expect me to do a video on South Korea when I get there. Obviously I'll be trying to check in some headphones or in-ear monitors when I get to this specific countries. When I traveled to Taipei this time, I could not find any monitor shops, which was a bit disappointing. I tried to Google it, no information was found. I would say that it is quite safe with kids in Taiwan, as this is my 3rd time traveling there. On the left here, we have a travel card, which is called the Yao Yao card in Chinese. Purpose of this card is actually for you to travel on the MRT over there, which is their train. So what you do is roughly top up this card as to give it credit, and you zap it onto the gates when you enter, and then you zap it as when you come out of the gates, so that they deduct their costs when you travel. And it was definitely saying that traveling in Taipei is much cheaper than Hong Kong by a lot when it comes to. For those of you who are not going from Hong Kong to Taiwan, don't worry, you are able to buy a SIM card when you actually get off your flight, as on your way when you get your luggage. And price of it will be about 100 Hong Kong dollars. It is slightly costing a little bit more than the one I purchased, which was 70 Hong Kong dollars. There is also a slight difference with the one that I purchased in Hong Kong. It is for data only, while the ones in Taiwan, you are able to make calls as well, depending if that is your need. So you're able to make calls and actually have data as well for those duration, and is unlimited. One of the reasons I need a SIM card is because I need to communicate with my other half when she goes shopping separately. Generally we use WhatsApp to communicate, either to call or to message each other. And also definitely I need it when I actually use Google Map to find my locations, such as hotels or where I need to get to, such as department stores. In regards to the Yo-Yo card that I have on my left, you are able to purchase that when you actually get to the train station. Please note that at the train station they only offer the adult ones. If you need to get the child one, then you need to get it at Taipei Main station, and the cost of traveling from Taoyuan Airport to Taipei Main station is about 150 per person, regardless of child or adult, and that's Taiwanese dollars. Here's something that you should probably know about using Google Maps. So Google Maps actually works in Taiwan. I'm actually researching for my Christmas trip right now, and it seems that Google Map does not work in South Korea. So there are other apps that you need to use when you actually get to South Korea. So something interesting I thought you might like to know, and obviously I will do more of that in my future video. So once you've landed and got all your luggage, your first opportunity would be to buy a SIM card when you come out of the station. It will be along your way. Next, you have then an opportunity to get cash from the cash machines. For those who are coming from Hong Kong, you are able to use the ATMs in Taiwan to get money from your bank accounts, and it will be in Taiwanese money. The money that it will cost you will be $20. For those who are coming from another country, then obviously you will need to bring some cash and doing it at the currency exchange. So having landed, you then go down to the MRT station, where it is the train, and it will take you to Taipei Main station. The journey takes about 45 minutes. You are able to purchase your card at the customer service downstairs. Everybody will be charged $150 for the single trip. As I mentioned, I will be using the Yo-Yo card because I came here during Christmas, but for the kids, they have to purchase a coupon, which is like a coin, plastic coin, and you just zap it across when you go across the gates, and then you insert it into the machine when you leave, and that's how you pay for your services. Luckily, on the day that we arrived, it was quite sunny, and so the first task was to check into our hotel, which was called Taipei Main Hotel. Hotels in Taiwan are generally cheaper. If I were to compare this to Japan, if I were to book for a family hotel for 4 people for 1 room, it will be generally 1,200, such as this will be like Kyoto, or slightly even higher if it's Tokyo. But for Taiwan, the cost is about 500 to 700 depending on what your needs are. Having checked into the hotel, our next task was to walk around and on the underground streets and just to cool down, and then make our way to Q Square, where we wanted to go for hot pots. Using the understand system, we managed to get ourselves from our hotel to a shopping center called Q Square, which is located next to the Taipei Main station. We went to the 4th floor for hot pots, which is what we wanted to try when we came here last time before during Christmas, but sadly we did not have the time, and so we missed this one. So our first thought was to come to this hot pot place that we wanted since last time. The place is slightly dearer. There were some good reviews about this hot pot place. Food here, even though more expensive in comparisons to Taiwan, will still be slightly cheaper than Hong Kong due to the fact of the living standard. When we walk into the hot pot place located on the 4th floor, which is right opposite on an opposite corner, this is what the shop looks like. You will find that while in the waiting area, we arrived here about 4 to 5 o'clock. There were only 1 or 2 people in front of us. Generally, this is the best time to come there if you don't want to wait in a queue. If you come here after 5:30, then definitely expect to wait in a queue. During your waits, you are able to get free ice cream. There are free drinks on the side. They even brought me some kind of sweets that I didn't like. I think it was a bit like a tofu. In front of us, you are also allowed to wait in a queue as to do your nails for those for the ladies, of course. And on the left here, we have massage chairs that you can use freely during this wait. Once we're inside, you are still able to do your fingernails as they give you tickets. So here we are at the restaurant, having just sat down, and for the first meal we are going to have hot pots. We have gone for the 4-base style soup, which includes tomato, normal, spicy, and something else. Obviously you decide on what kind of soup base you want. And here we have the ingredients that you are able to use to make your soup base here, which includes some sauce, chilies, soy sauce, spring onion, sesame sauce, a variation, some dessert of red bean here at the very end. Food that we went for include tofu, a variety of meatballs, shrimp paste, Chinese carrots, beef, pork. One of the soup does have ingredients inside, which is pig's blood, which is chunks of. Overall, it is quite a good experience, having the variations of soup that you're available. And once you put your meat into the soup and it's cooked, you then dip it into the sauce that you made earlier using the ingredients that I showed you earlier. One thing that I definitely recommend is you do want to order the handmade noodles, as there is somebody who actually comes out and performs for you, as shown in this video. Sadly, I did not order the noodles as I never expected it, but luckily the table next to me did, and that is what it looks like. They even have some music while it happens. Even though a bit costly, it is still cheaper than Hong Kong. And lastly, to finish off, the restaurant did give us some mantous dipped in condensed milk. The mantou, which has been deep fried, was given to us for free. The service that the restaurant provided was fantastic. They always come to you, see if there's anything that you need. When sat there for an hour and a half, I would probably say the waiter and waitresses came to us 10 times to either help us, to show us how to do things, to make sure that we are happy with the food. If you've enjoyed this video, stay tuned for more travel videos of my Taipei trip, and thank you for watching. Do subscribe, as I will have a mixture of things on my channel, which includes any monitors, food, travel, money saving tips, and other things too. Thanks for watching.